Welcome back to the channel, man. VOB Lifestyle, John Banano. Hey, this video, I'm replying back to my first troll comment. I was trying to read it for y'all, but I think he deleted the comment. But it was a valid comment. I say it's a troll comment, but you know, I see his point. But basically the guy said, I'm leading new drivers. No, he said, I'm leading new drivers, steering them the wrong way when I say Schneider was a good company and I had no complaints with Schneider in my previous videos. And I laughed at that. I laughed at that because for a few reasons. He said, look at me now. I'm at a new company, but I'm telling new drivers that they should go to Schneider. First of all, if I told a new driver to go to Schneider, it's for a reason. That's because that's the company that they looking at. So I was just giving my feedback on what I know from the company. I'm a new driver still. This is I ain't even 2 full years at a trucking company. I'm going on 2 full years with a CDL. 2 full years with a CDL. So I can't steer nobody to go no way. I can only tell my story. VOB Lifestyle, when we talk about trucking, I can only mention what I know about trucking and what I done been through. Like I mentioned in the previous video, I'm first generation CDL A holder. I don't know the tricks and trades or companies to go and not go to. But when it comes to Schneider and my experience with Schneider, I give people feedback on that because I stayed with that company for my first full year of trucking. So him telling me that I'm steering drivers the wrong way because now I'm at a new company was hilarious to me. Cause like I told y'all in another video, I'm in trucking for the money, bro. This is, you know, driving has always been easy to me. Trucking has never been a passion of mine. I love trucking because I'm free doing it, but as far as me just trucking a truck, man, I got a family to feed. I got goals and ambitions. I'm not finna retire in the truck. So I say that to say, yeah, I'm at a new company. Yes, new company me. And if this, like I told him when I replied back to the comment, I can't find it. So I know he deleted it. He left the same comment on two of the videos, which I salute that. Salute to him. I wish I would have screenshotted so I could have, you know, reply back to the comment in a better way. But he said, look at me now. I'm at a new company, but I'm telling new drivers to go to Schneider. Please believe it. I'm gonna go to a new company. I'm not gonna job hop. I'm not gonna do that. But this has always been my goal, was to get into food service. When I got my CDL in CDL school, while other people was talking about what company they was gonna go to, you know, in CDL school, when the people come and they pitch to you, hey, you can come to my company. Schneider was one of them, and that was my last resort because I applied for every local food service gig in the Atlanta area, in the whole Atlanta and metro area. The day after I got my CDL, I was applying to food service gigs while I was in school. I was applying to food service gigs with my permit because I knew it was only gonna take me 6 weeks to get my CDL license. So by the time they hit me up, I felt like I'm ready to go, because when I did my research, like a lot of other people do their research, before I got to Schneider, before Schneider even came to me or came to my school, I was looking at food service. And when I was doing my research, people was like, if you want to stay local, food service will hire you. None of them hit me back. This company that I'm at now, I applied 3, maybe more than 3 times. 3 times since I had my CDL license, I had applied for this company before I got hired here. So, yeah, I'm telling new drivers to go to Schneider. That's the great company. I also replied back, when I replied back to him, I told him I'd never shit on Schneider. They not perfect. No, they're not. I promise you they're not. But I feel like with the training that they give you in the Schneider, what is it called? Schneider Town, the Schneider school, when you go through their little training program, if this gonna be your first CDL company, they put you through a little training program. If you already have your license, and I think they train you to get your license. But when I came to this company, the safety, the smart way of driving, what Schneider taught us at that program, and I trained when I went on my road test with this company. Dude said he felt like I had been driving. You know, he couldn't tell that this is my second company and I just now starting to drive. That's because of the way that Schneider trained us, the smart way, Schneider smart way. He mentioned me being a company man because I had on my intermodal shirt. That was our uniforms. We were required to wear those. Me being a new driver, I mean, if you went to the intermodal yard in Atlanta, you're gonna see people with those shirts on. So you could call it company man and this and that all you want, but that was part of our uniform. But yeah, getting back to the topic, I can't shit on Schneider, bro. These folks taught me the smart way to drive and the safe way of driving. By the grace of God, I've never had an accident, never been close to having an accident, because of the way that these guys taught us how to drive. I can't shit on Schneider. They're not a perfect company. I was making pennies on the dollar. I started out, I think, making like 30-something cent, 36 cents a mile over the road before I got the intermodal, which went up to like 55 cents. See what I'm saying? I wasn't even making 40 cents. My checks, the first 3 months I was in Schneider, my checks, you had to run over 2,500 miles to see $800 net. So no, Schneider is not the best company, but they're a good company, and I ain't gonna shit on them. So if you are a new driver, I'm making this video to say, if you are a new driver and you do go to Schneider and you do stay for a year and you do get on YouTube and share your experience, share it proudly. The trolls gonna come. But guess what? If you anything like me, after you get that year experience, you gonna go somewhere where the money is better. You're gonna go somewhere where the money is better, and if you're trying to get local, you're gonna pick somewhere local where the money is better. So to that troll that made that comment and end up deleting it, I wanna say salute you. But yeah, salute you, but this is my reply. It was on my brain, so I had to come on here, you know what I'm saying, and reply. So if you see this video, those are the reasons why I'm telling new drivers to go to Schneider. It's about it's more than the money. When you first starting out, you need to learn how to drive the right way. You need to go to a company that's not gonna say strict, but you need to go to a company that's gonna hold you accountable for the way that you're on the road. the way that you're conducting yourself on the road, you need to go to a company that's going to really hold you accountable, because that's going to help you out in your long run. And I can only speak on what I have done. This is part of my journey. So yeah, just know, VOB lifestyle jumping. No, I'm in trucking for the pay, man. This ain't no recreational thing for me. I'm not long generational truck driver. I'm not trying to be in the truck for 30 years, 20, 30 years. This is not that. This is just a part of my journey. This is not my end goal. So if you out here, you finna hop in a truck, I suggest, well, I ain't even gonna suggest, if you got the same mindset as me, stay down with your starter company if possible. Some people can't stay down. But if you have the same mindset as me, you know what I'm saying, Schneider is not a bad move. It's gonna teach you to drive the way that you should drive to keep you safe out here on this road, man. I ain't gonna hold y'all too much longer. VOB lifestyle jumping. I know. To the next one.